Hello and welcome to Entertainment Afterthoughts. Today we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. J. Cash Film himself,
Hello.
Joshua Cashapata. How's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
Yeah. So today we're gonna do something pretty fun. We're gonna review the new Jumanji 2 trailer. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. I feel like they just chose that name just to use the Guns N' Roses song.
Probably. I mean,
There's a good chance.
it works out.
But that is fine. Personally, what did you think about the trailer?
I like the trailer after they got into the game. Up until that point, it was like weird Power Rangers Breakfast Club where they're like, oh, you're all in detention, you bunch of misfits, go do this. And then they get into the game and it's like you got Jack Black, you got Karen Gillan, you got The Rock and
that other one.
Huh?
That other one.
The other one.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah. And you got them, and they're a funny duo. And then you got the teenagers who are they? I don't know who they are. They're acting really over dramatic about stuff. But other than that, it was that, and it was also really set up exposition in the beginning. It's oh, you're all here for this, that. It's they're giving away the first act of the movie and the first block of the trailer, and it's okay. But
yeah, and I get that, but I also think that first act is only going to be 10 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
We probably that was the first 10 minutes of the movie.
That's probably true.
Because majority of the movie should be them in the game.
That's true.
I'd be upset if we spend more than 10 minutes in the actual
in the world. That's the thing is I hope they don't spend too much time there, because it's you see most of the trailer consists of the game and not the real world, and so I hope it's proportionate to how it's going to be in the movie, because I really liked what I saw of the game world and all of the shenanigans and the hijinks that they get up to there. Shenanigans.
I think personally it reminded me a lot of the original movie, but with a twist of the cartoon, which came out I think early 90s.
I never saw the cartoon.
Yeah, in the cartoon they went into the board game, into the realm, and the hunter was there from the original, and it was animated, and it was a lot of fun. The movie looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm not expecting this to be the next Oscar-winning film.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun family movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Summer blockbuster
Summer.
If it's
I think it comes out in
winter.
December, but the winter blockbusters are a
winter
thing
blockbuster. Ooh, but Star Wars comes out around the same time too, so.
Yeah. But I doubt they're going to try to compete with it. And
Yeah.
it's very different movies, so I don't even think they have to worry about that, because say Star Wars decide to drop same weekend, they're very different movies. People will go see both of them.
Yeah.
It's not like when DC was going to drop Batman v Superman at the same time as
Civil War.
Where it's no, you can't do that fight.
That was terrible planning.
Well, and I think DC made the right move.
Yeah.
But with Jumanji, I don't think you have that same
For sure.
friction between the two movies
sure.
in Star Wars.
For sure. I just I'm glad that it looks in terms of reminding me of the movie, because I never saw the show. In terms of reminding me of the movie, it didn't remind me too much of the movie, other than the fact that it's a game that
Called
they get sucked into, called Jumanji, which I like, because I don't want a rehash of the first movie. There might be some references or whatever, but other than that, I want it to be its own thing.
I don't want I maybe one. I could see them walking through a cave and seeing a painting of Robin Williams' character, just as respect to him and what the original movie. But I don't want them to make a big deal about the original movie. I personally don't even like the fact that they call it 2. I think it should just be called Jumanji.
Is it Jumanji 2?
I think it is Jumanji 2: Welcome to the Jungle.
I want it to be something
standalone.
Something standalone anthology like Rogue One is to Star Wars, where it's not necessarily involved with it, but it's part of the same
even though it's a big answer.
That's
to a lot of
but
it really makes the fourth movie feel.
That's true. Okay, then the Star Wars Christmas special to the Star Wars universe.
Any Christmas special.
Minus the shittiness of the Star Wars Christmas special.
It's
or the Ewok movie.
Yeah.
One of those.
But I think the casting choices were great for
the casting.
Like just the choices were perfect.
Yeah.
We already see Jack Black is going to be playing the flirtatious girl.
Yeah, and I love
The Rock, which is hilarious.
I didn't expect any of the characters to turn out the way they did. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like that jock guy. He's gonna become the Rock. That so on and so forth. And then they pop up in the trailer, and it's like Kevin Hart is the jock guy, and Karen Gillan is the awkward tomboy, and it's like, oh, that's actually really funny. And then I love The Rock's entrance, like in the beginning of the trailer, where he falls from the sky, and then straight off the bat, the first thing you see is The Rock, like, his eyebrow thing. And then by the end of the trailer, he's like, it's okay.
Well,
fine.
If you pay attention, he says Dr. Smolderface. And the first thing he does is the eyebrow, which is a smolder, and it's
I
so
love his.
like
I love The Rock's
I thought that was
face.
amazing. I was like, I love how they just immediately are like Dr. Smolderface smolders all the time.
Yeah, and it's like straight off the bat, The Rock. He's here.
Yep.
Coming to a theater near you. Theater. Enunciation.
But anything that made you cringe?
I'm gonna have to say that first part of the trailer where they're in the school and it's like, you four. Yada 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 yada.
You wasted to see Krispy Kreme
like,
donuts.
I'm the
walk through,
nerd.
like
I'm the oak.
Yeah. I hope they don't do anything like that.
God,
even though
so bad. They're fighting at Krispy Kreme. What?
Even though,
No,
I hope they don't do anything like that.
I hope not.
But I personally, I don't know where Nick Jonas comes in the motorcycles and cars. Like, why is there like random things
he is
in the game?
movie,
He is. And there's like helicopters and things.
Forgot about that.
I hope they explain how cars and stuff got in.
Probably will.
Because since it's a sequel, you expect everything.
Things have probably changed for sure. It's also.
It would be funny is if you remember in the first one when the monkeys got sucked back in, they took the cop car with them. If the cop car was there.
Ooh, we get a whole Planet of the Apes scenario where the monkeys like evolve and they learn how to like reverse engineer the cop cars.
That would be
make
weird.
Their own thing. That'd be fun.
That'd be weird.
And then they eventually evolve into just Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas was one of the monkeys
He's
from
one
the
of the
original.
monkeys. He's
looking
his
like
ancestors.
Yeah, he looks.
Time flies faster there, right? That's how that works.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
I think so. No.
Does it? No, I think it's the same. Because Robin Williams aged, but yeah. Never mind.
Any characters you'd like to see from the first one in this?
No.
Not even the hunter.
I want it to be as separate as. Okay, maybe some. Maybe some.
Well,
maybe.
what if Nick Jonas is the hunter's son?
I want it to be able to stand. I want it to be able to like stand alone. That's the thing. Is like, if it can like do its own thing, like with only like the premise of the game there.
So no CGI Robin.
No, please no.
You don't want Kirsten Dunst to show up in it? No? Okay.
I want it to be as... And it's like Robin Williams is like... You can't CGI it, man. I mean, like...
They did great
for Rogue One, but like, with the whole Carrie Fisher at the end thing. I mean, they did that before she passed away.
Yeah, but still, I thought it looked good.
I liked it, but it was like... And it was like nice, because it leads right into the movie, but... So that's like kind of necessary because you got a movie leading into it. But like with this, it's like, like I feel like if he did make an appearance, it'd be kind of like shoehorned in. Like it wouldn't really serve like their story unless, of course, he like helps them out. In that case, he's serving a big role in the movie, and you have like a CGI Robin Williams throughout the entire movie, which would be really weird. Otherwise, it'd be like at the end of the movie, he shows up and it's like, oh, I'm Robin Williams, and I mean. I don't think they should do that. I don't think that's like...
The one thing I'm worried is that they're just going to keep killing Jack Black. Because you saw the hippo thing, and you saw the Jaguar.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's going to get out of the Jaguar.
Jack Black's not going to make it very far through this movie.
And I don't think they're going to kill him for good. But you may get respawns or you may have lives. I don't know how they're going to play that in.
Revive.
But I also don't, if they just keep reviving, I don't want every other scene Jack Black. This is not South Park. Kenny does not need to die every scene.
You killed Jack Black.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
That's true.
It's funny in the trailer, but I don't want it to be played out.
Mm-hmm.
I also I already saw in the trailer. These people have superhuman strength and like jumping skills and running speed. They were like outrunning motorcycles,
Obviously.
which is completely unnecessary.
That's not
but
possible.
I also hope that they don't just stick with like all the stereotypical jokes for each character.
I feel like that's going to be like an introductory thing, and then they'll eventually like move on to that.
Yeah, because I don't need a bunch of middle-aged fat jokes about Jack Black. We all know he's middle-aged and fat.
See, if they're taking the family-friendly route, then that'll probably dominate the entire movie. That and like fart jokes.
I don't want those.
I hope not.
I hope they do a lot like Despicable Me, where they slide in these really mature jokes throughout the whole movie.
That's true.
That kids aren't going to necessary.
Movies do that,
and that's what's so great about them.
I don't like Despicable Me that much.
I thought the first one was a good movie.
First one was okay.
The Minion movie.
Minions.
It was too much Minions.
The rest of them?
I know that sounds
Too
horrible.
many Minions. I mean, it's like a merchandising thing.
Oh yeah, they saw something that was going to make them money, and they were like, "Let's do it."
Yeah. Anyway,
also with The Rock, I don't want too much. Just he's a big, strong guy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they incorporate a lot of his actual.
I like the
kid, the nerdy kid, into him.
I like the whole like cognitive dissonance thing he's got going on, where he's like one instance he's like a super buff guy, and in another instance he's just like a nerdy guy who's like, I don't want to do all this. I'm just like, I'm fine here. Like, y'all can take care of this adventure stuff. I like that. I hope, like, I think they'll play on that throughout, like, the whole movie. I think they'll play on the whole, like mixed up personality thing throughout the whole movie, like we saw in the trailer with them first arriving. Because that's a pretty funny thing to... But, of course, as long as it, like serves the development in the beginning of the movie, and then, like, doesn't, like, dominate the actual story, I think it'll be a good addition to the movie.
I have no idea how they're going to... Like, the board game, you understood how they completed the game. I don't know what the end goal, and I hope they explain that early in the game.
That's true.
I also hope they explain how it turned into a video game, because
That's true.
I don't want to just be like, oh, okay.
Sure,
Even though I will. I'll just accept that it's a video game. It's really not, but I would like a backstory on it. Like, whether they melted down the old game and created technology with, I don't know, recycling maybe.
Made a CD out of it.
They're recycling old materials to make new movies all the time now. Maybe they recycled Jumanji and created a video game system, and that was awesome. I believe there was a Jumanji video game at one point.
Was there? There's a video game for like every movie.
Yeah, I'd have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure there was.
Is there a Jumanji board game?
Yeah, there is. You can get the Jumanji board game.
It's probably unholy. It's probably dangerous. Don't play it.
Yeah, it's only for those who are brave of heart.
And
I'm not one of them.
The Rock.
And The Rock. The Rock can play Jumanji anytime he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that whole cast.
The whole cast. I like the cast.
Also, I hope they don't make Kevin Hart his typical movie self.
What do you mean?
Kind of dumb and short. Like, yes, he's short. We all know he's short.
Yeah.
But
I think they'll play on that quite a bit.
They're going to.
Probably.
That's going to make me cringe.
That's going to be... I don't mind it. I don't watch too many Kevin Hart movies, so like it won't be as like repetitive for me. It'll be like a fresh...
This is actually Kevin Hart's and The Rock's second movie together.
Oh, yeah. It is, isn't it? That's true.
I don't think any of the rest of them have been in a movie together. I don't think Jack Black and The Rock's done a movie together yet. So I would look forward to see their interaction. Even though I feel like Jack Black's character is not going to get a lot of screen time. I feel like he's going to get the least...
They'll get a good amount of screen
based off of his alter personality. You're not going to get a lot of crazy moments.
I think we'll get a good amount of Jack Black. I think we'll get a good amount of all of them. I hope so, because they all seem. Yeah,
they do. They're all solid characters, so I get that. But I just had a thought that's gonna be great. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Nick Jonas and Jack Black moment. Because you already saw her make the comment about The Rock being like, that's one hunk of man. When Nick Jonas shows up, you're gonna get a flirtation moment between
Jack Black and Nick Jonas.
Which I can already imagine that's gonna be amazing.
That's gonna be really
because
weird.
Nick Jonas is gonna look at it. This is the dude.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be acting very feminine. No strip teases. I don't want any bikini top on Jack Black. That's too much for anyone to handle.
If Nick Jonas were just like a game version of somebody else, trapped in the game, but not like an actual person.
Oh, so you mean at the end he comes out and there's a cliche love? Oh, that's very interesting. Could be very true.
Kind of like something like Spy Kids 3D Game Over, which was a beautiful movie, where they're like their weird avatar selves, and in the real world they're like completely different.
Some weird
that
SAO.
Goes for every game.
Like SAO.
Like SAO.
Well,
that goes for pretty much every game.
Since all of them have changed who they are when they came into this game, you're right. Every human in this movie could end up being a real person.
Yeah.
So they could end up escaping with Nick Jonas.
Or part of the game.
I don't want a first Scooby-Doo moment where they keep switching bodies. I hope they don't go that route.
I doubt it. I doubt they'll.
Well, you're dealing with temples, and you saw they had a ruby, and directors have done weirder things.
That's true.
So I could see them doing something where everyone switches again, and then they switch back. But I don't want that. I don't want too much time describing their avatar. Like, we know The Rock is a big, handsome dude. We know Kevin Short is Kevin Hart. Kevin Short.
Wow!
Well, Kevin Short. We know Kevin Hart is short.
Kevin Hart is short. Yeah.
And we know Jack Black is middle aged.
Yeah.
And we know the other girl is hot.
Karen Gillan.
She's hot.
That's her name.
We don't need to talk about how she's wearing shorts and a tank top too much. They made one reference to it. I thought that was great. Slide it in because I know everyone was thinking it. Like, why is she wearing that?
It's a funny self-awareness.
Yeah, it's a funny self-awareness thing. I thought they slid it in perfectly. I thought it all made it didn't look like they're gonna make too big a deal about it, but it looked like they just put enough into it that
it'll be like that for all the characters. It'll be like a good amount of time spent like initially, and then eventually they'll just get used to it.
Yeah. So.
So on and so forth.
Yeah, so I'm actually really excited for this movie. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think people need to calm down a little bit and stop.
Oh yeah, I think people need to wait to see how it is and not like get too offended over like it being offensive to like Robin Williams' memory or something like that. Because I mean, like you could see it that way, but like it's also just like another movie. It's like it could be good, could be bad, could be terrible, but it could be good.
I think the other issue is if this was a Mel Brooks movie. No one would be questioning it.
Really?
Because it's a comedy in Jumanji.
That's true.
But because it's not someone that does like mockumentaries all the time, people are like, it's gonna be horrible. Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
People are skeptical of movies. A lot of remakes in movies these days.
You got Cars 3, man. Cars 3.
Cars 3 planes. What else?
Turbo. Which was actually surprisingly a good movie.
Never saw
that little snail.
If you believed in himself.
I believed in him.
I think that what would make this movie much better is if they crossed over with Zathura. I just think
the Space Jungle?
To throw that out there, they should totally bring like Dax Shepard into the mix and the rest of the cast. And,
I really hope you're joking.
And
because
video game form, of course. Or they should remake Zathura into a video game like they did with Jumanji.
I really
think
hope
that would be
joking.
The greatest thing of our time, the greatest film.
That's gonna be as
I
good. I
hear Oscar noms for it too. I see them walking on stage accepting
too much.
For that.
No.
I'll take credit for it too because
it was your idea.
This is the first time you're seeing this idea. I think.
Unless it's already been in studio work.
In that case, I never said anything.
It could be studio work
at all.
Already, right now in the studio, they are making Zathura Jumanji.
That's true, and if they are, I don't know anything about it. I didn't leak anything. Carrying on.
Is maybe Jumanji's island is the island that all streams from Spy Kids too. So there's giant monsters.
Are they making a cinematic universe?
No.
Zathura, Spy Kids, and Jumanji.
cinematic universe.
Yo, that's the future. Everything's a cinematic universe these days.
I know.
And then of course, Spy Kids connects to Machete, right? So you also have Machete in the mix. So you're building a whole thing there.
You heard it first here.
It's the future.
It is here.
I guess Shark Boy and Lava Girl kind of connects to Spy Kids.
Too many of the same characters in the same movies. You're gonna have a lot of.
I'm just saying, I'd love to see like George Lopez's like robot guy fighting against like some like creature in Jumanji, as well as those lizard creatures from Zathura, and
what about
Machete action too.
Journey to the Center of the Earth too?
Ooh.
We've just created the new thing. Listen, Hollywood. That's for you.
Make it.
Make it.
You have full permission. I only take like 10% of what you make.
The profits.
Which will
10% of the profits. Any final thoughts?
I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. Because I don't know if it's going to be good or not. A lot of remakes these days and continuations and prequels and sequels and whatnot are like trash. But a lot of them are good. So I can only hope for the best.
You got a favorite part of the trailer so far?
The Rock going, it's okay. It's okay. You can do it. That and like Karen Gillan and the whole like, why am I wearing this in the jungle? This is not like, not make sense at all. I love the pokes at stuff like that. It's hilarious.
I did. I like
self-awareness.
I'm an overweight middle-aged man. I thought that was perfect.
Funny. Yeah, that was really funny.
I like the swap from one character to the in-game character. I thought that was just spot on as far as casting choices.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to get to see very different personas of The Rock and Jack Black. No, not really Jack Black, because
we know Jack Black.
We saw his flirtatious side in Tropic Thunder.
With cocaine.
Yeah.
His flirtation with cocaine and hard drugs. Stay safe.
So I think it's going to be a solid, entertaining, fun movie.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Probably.
It will be as fun as Cars.
At the very least. Although Cars 1 was really good, and so was the game.
It was. And I think this is, at the end of this movie, there's going to be a really good lesson learned.
I hope.
I have a feeling there is. Because these type of movies usually have those, like, heartfelt,
moments. I hope not, because I really like movies that, like, stray away from that, because then they go somewhere deeper.
No, that was the good days. The good days.
Okay.
That's what movies were. Jumanji had a lesson.
That's true. That's true.
The whole thing between him and his father.
I need to rewatch Jumanji.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
I have it on VHS. I'm going to rewatch it.
Whew, VHS.
I also have Zithura on VHS and Spy Kids. Not Machete because I never
Conspiracy confirmed. You have them all on VHS.
Together.
It's amazing.
It's all coming together.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching Entertainment Afterthoughts, and we will see you later.